Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Z, and if you are new here, please go down below, do the YouTube thing, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so YouTube can notify you every time that I post a video. So we're back again for yet another video. I know it has been a very long time since I uploaded a video and since I've actually sat down and created content. Part of the reason was my transition from being in Cape Town to here. Before we go any further, I am drinking lemon water. It's hot water actually. The reason is I've developed a cough and my throat is quite raspy, and I'm just trying to not think of it as corona or anything like that, because I have a life to live and things are moving so well for me, and I just cannot not deal with corona at this moment. So like I was saying, part of the reason why I haven't been uploading or creating content is because of my transition from Cape Town to Port Elizabeth and getting here, getting lit, settling in and trying to catch up with my academics at the same time. That's why I've taken such a long break from making videos, but now I'm back. And today's video is inspired by a conversation I had with I don't know if it's a psychologist or psychiatrist. I really do not know the difference, but yeah, my shrink, and we were talking about my dating patterns, the kind of people that I go for, the kind of people I'm attracted to, and the kind of people I attract. And it has made me realize a lot about my past situationships or entanglements or whatever I was involved in. And today I would like to speak about my experience with a DL guy. Okay, a lot of the guys I've been with have been DL, but a DL guy who I later on in the situationship, I refuse to call it a relationship. Later on in the situationship, I found out that he was married. So let's get into the video.
Something for your
So before I continue with the video, for those of you guys who do not know what a DL man or nigga is, someone who's on the DL is a guy who's into girls but like smashes niggas on the side. You know, DL stands for down low. I don't know if I could say it's guys on the closet. I guess you could say that. But yeah, it's just straight men who smash niggas on the side. They are down low. They smash niggas on the down low. DL. So I met this guy in 2017. It was around December 16th. Yeah, it was around that time, you know, grooving. We all know, just having fun. It's the day of reconciliation. It's the day that a lot of South Africans celebrate. You know, we just jol, we just have a nice time. So I met him at this house party. I was already drunk when I got to that house party, so I hardly remember much. The first time I saw him was when we were kissing. Like, I got to the party, the last thing I remember was sitting down on the couch, and then the next thing I know, when I come to realization, I'm in the bathroom kissing with this guy. Okay, we're kissing, we're feeling each other. I'm also now into the, you know, the whole mood and all that stuff. We stopped because people have to use the bathroom, and we went our separate ways. But now I'm with my friends, they were girls, and now this guy comes along and starts interacting with them, you know, he starts showing major interest in this one friend of mine. It really pissed me off to an extent, because I'm like, you are now fiddling with me in the bathroom, and here you are trying to get with my friend. But I couldn't tell my friends that, because I was going to look like a hoe, you know, I was going to look like I just go around kissing strangers in house parties, which there is nothing wrong with doing that. Wait. So before we continue with the video, I would like to, you know, read this for you guys. I don't know if you can see it. It says, respect yourself and the rest will follow your example. That's the T. So fine, now we leave the house party, going home. Me and my friends are going home. Well, I didn't really go home with my friends that day because Bawinwa. So they went home with the guys they were with. And then this guy couldn't really get with my friend because I ended up telling her. So my friend went with someone else and I was just there alone, which is nothing new. You know, when you're the gay friend around all your other girlfriends or male friends, when they all start getting with other people and you know you can't find your person, because it's not really that easy to find a gay person in a crowded area of heterosexuals, you know? So so he pulled me aside and he starts telling me that he likes me and all that stuff, and he wants to go home with me tonight. I'm like, I'm in your prize and we know, like, and your prize. So fine, we end up talking. Actually, like we end up spending the night speaking. At around 5 a.m. so, he says gonna walk me home. But then we ended up going to his house. Nothing happened at that time. We were just chilling, just having conversation, and then he took me home. And he was like, "Oh, uhlala apha," and he already knew like my siblings. And just started singing, and I was like, "Stop. Okay, you made your point. You know my siblings. It's fine." Then the next day, like I refused to sleep with him when I went to his place. I don't sleep with people that I don't even know. I don't sleep with people in the first try. I was 17. It was not gonna be my first time having sex, but like still. The next day, I'm gonna regret about, okay, what if that dick was good? What if that dick was the one? I'm like, you know what? Just go to the place and get that dick. So I got up, made my bed, took a bath, went knocking. I think I saw still in his boxers in the morning, he was still laying in his bed. Went into his room. We hardly spoke actually, and then yeah, we had sex. So now, like me doing during sex, the front door of the house opens, and it's like shit. That's my mom. Okay, so he just has to stay in his boxes. Angin mama ke roomini yakhe without knocking. Angin mama ke afike ndibilile ke mna ke. Yeah, and I was in his boxers, so he just had to cover himself up so that his mom doesn't see the boner. Fine, I've got smoke ungodus. Actually, we can continue this next time. I reckon next time, I think next time was around the 26th of December. Look, I again, and now we smash, and after we smash, there's like pillow talk. I was gonna spend the night over. So now pillow talking, after a nigga comes, the truth comes out. He starts telling me tales of who he is, his likes, the things he's done, the people he's been with, and he told me that he was 28 at that time, and I was 17. So it's like an 11-year gap. It's a big gap, like a huge ass gap. Then I'm about, whoa, okay. But I already slept with this nigga twice. I liked him even before I knew his age. So it's okay if we just continue with this. And then he tells me that he has a kid. Right? Because I asked him, because it's like 28. Like it's really hard to find a black 28-year-old man with no kid. So and he said yes. And we didn't really dwell in that conversation because I didn't want to ask. Because I was like just not ready at that point. It's just not ready. Because I did not know what we were having. I didn't know it was a relationship or what. Because I just knew it as we are fucking. My throat. Yima Sabili months paid land. So we were just fucking, like there was nothing deeper than that. And could do say we find I don't see him for like a week. Cause I avoid that in a way. It scared me, like the age difference, because I've been with guys. At that time I already had been with someone who was quite older than me. And I didn't want to find myself in that same cycle again, in that same situation. Okay, so I avoided him, and then I bumped into him like a week later. Again, as I just grow. So again, and this time it's at a place I think it was called Blacks or something. So I meet him there. I'm with my sister and her friends. We're drinking, and then he comes and pulls me outside and says he wants to speak to me. And this time he was walking with this other lady. Like I didn't pay attention to her because I was like, okay, maybe his girlfriend. So I put my name in okay, I chat tonight, and then she stays inside. And now we outside and we're in the conversation. He's talking about why have I not responding to his texts, why have I not responding to his calls, and he was asking why hasn't he seen me in such a long time. And my response was like, I was busy and I had better things to do. Okay, because I thought what we had was just a smash. It was just what it was. And he slapped me. Like, literally smacked me. By that time he was smacking me because this guy who was walking by, I know him and he knows me. We went to the same primary school. So he stops by and is like, okay, what's going on here, Z? He's like, why did he slap you? And he's like, you know what, never mind, slap him back. And I'm like, he's like, slap him back, or should I do it for you?
And I was like, shit, if you do it for me, it's gonna be worse.
So I smacked the dude back, and after I smacked him back, he literally just walked away. And I went back inside, trying to enjoy my night, until he called me outside again. But with the fool me, followed him, and he said he's going home. And I said, so? And he said he would like to go home with me. And I said, no. And he said, I have no choice because At that time, my sister was already gone with her friends. I was just there alone.
And it was like, it's not safe for you to go home alone at this time. So I'm just going to take you home. And then from there on, I'll also go home.
And as we walk, we pass his house, right? And it's like, we can just spend the night here. And I said no. Like, I was like, straight up no. And by that time, you know, those sippy cups, those 20 sippy cups with that straw. Yeah, I had that, and I was carrying that, and it had like some wine inside. He grabs it and is like,
You're gonna sleep in my place.
and I said,
No, I'm not. I'm gonna go home.
and that time I was drunk, but I was still capable of holding my ground. He grabbed my sippy cup and he smashed it on the ground. It broke into pieces. And he said,
We are going inside.
man, kuyadimanda le ndoda. Fine ke, kunjalo. Young, naive me agrees, and we go inside the house. We smashed. And after that, I was like, I wanna go home. And it was like, why? I'm like, you got what you wanted. And he said,
If you wanna go home, the door is right over there. You can go home.
and that time it's around 3 a.m. Fine, I sleep. I wake up in the morning, I get dressed, I walk out, he tries to grab me, and it's like, we happy, and I'm going home. Because now it's like 8 a.m. and Bazalbam still have not seen me since last night. So he walks me and just leaves me by the gate, and it's like, you have it from here. I go home and I'm like, I am done with this asshole. I am done. Goku, as much as I can say that I was done with him, it turns out he was not done with me. So now he stalks me on, not really stalks me, but like follows me on Facebook and starts inboxing me that he wants to see me. He enjoyed what we had, he enjoyed my booty. I refused like so many times, and it was just like so adamant. And then New Year's, I'm such a fool. New Year's, it was like around 11 p.m. going on 12 as we are about to enter the new year, 2018. I was not really at the party at that time. At that time, I was on the road. I'm on my way home. So when the clock struck 12 o'clock, I was on the way, so I could only say Happy New Year to the people around me. By the time I got home, it was probably around 20 past. So I got home, dropped my bags, and I was like, Mom, Dad, I'm going to church.
At the time, no, my church was still going on. I was celebrating the New Year's because they do that every year.
I was not going to church. I was going to the dick. I went straight to the nigga's house, knocked on the door, and I was like, you know what? It's like 30 minutes into the new year. I'm breaking my 2018 virginity with you, nigga. Because I like really like this guy. So we smashed, like, I give you all guys, he's so good. I spent the night, obviously, because the church is expected to be out by 5 a.m. So I needed to be home around 10 past 5 because the church is like really close to my house. So I was like, okay, at 5 I need to be gone. And he was like, okay, that's cool, we can do what we're doing. And we did it, baby, all night. We did it all night. Yo guys, like I really enjoyed it. As much as he was such a bad guy, I was like really enjoying this. So now, obviously, when the nigga comes, the truth comes. That's when the real tea comes. So this guy starts telling me about his felonies, starts telling me about all the crazy things he's done in his life. He's like really opening up to me, and like he's very comfortable, and I was like so very comfortable with him as well. Like I felt, as much as he was like very aggressive and dominant and whatnot, like I felt very secure around him. We were like really connecting because, you know, it's pillow talk. That's where people connect. That's where people catch feels. He drops the L word, says he loves me. And my response was, okay. That's all I could say. And it was like,
That's all you can say?
I said,
Yeah.
because I don't feel the same at this point in time. I still like you, but I feel like love is such a big step, and I'm just not ready for me to just jump into this so quickly, you know? We just met, it's only now New Year's, and you're really dropping the L word. Like, no, we don't do that. So he's pissed. In the morning, he sends me home very quickly, like, it was even before 5. I did not see him the rest of January. And that time I was trying to sort out my academics, sort out my matric results, sort out everything with my life, get into varsity, which I did not. A nigga was literally the last thing on my mind. But now it's coming up to my birthday. We are now in February. I'm at his place again, and I see these cute cards. Happy Valentine's Day, Dad. Cute, because he told me that he has a kid, right? I'm like, let me read this. I open the card, I'm like, reading it, it's nice, it's cute, it's from, I see 2 names. I'm like,
Nigga, who's this and this?
And he's like, those are my kids.
I thought you had a kid.
I have 2.
Oh, okay. What about their mother? Is she a mother?
And he's like,
Yeah.
How old are they?
One is 2 and other one is 6 months.
I was so speechless. At that point in time, I was like so speechless because I was like, you did not tell me this in time and you let me latch onto you for such a long time and you have 2 kids that you did not tell me about. And I asked him, what's your relationship with the mother of the child? He sits down. He sits down and he says,
I'm not a liar, so I just want to tell you the truth right now. Me and the mother of my kids are kind of sort of married.
What you mean kind of sort of married?
and he says, we're
Married by custom, we're not married by law.
but you're still married. He says, yes. And I'm like, why did you not tell me this? Why did you not see fit for you to tell me this before I jump into whatever we are doing right here? And I don't think it was important. I was afraid that I was going to lose you. You were my only escape out of this life I'm living. I feel so free with you. I feel so open when I'm with you. And as much as I was flattered with these words, I was hurt actually that I was in a position of a homewrecker at 17. And then the cherry on top, well, not even the cherry on top, the disaster on top was when he said, I would even leave my baby mama for you. I'm like, what about the kids? Like, there's so many other people who are implicated in the situation right now. It's no longer just you and me or you and the baby mama and the kids. It's like a lot of people. There are now families that are involved in this. And if shit hits the fan, I'm screwed. He tells me that he loves me again. He's sorry that he did not tell me the truth in time because his defense was,
I did not lie, I just did not tell you the truth.
at that time, I was young and I was dumb and I was gullible, and this man was like really experienced, so he knew the words to use against me just to get to me. So yeah, I was manipulated in this situation and I ended up staying in whatever that situationship was because it was very much inconsistent. So I wouldn't call it a relationship. So I did not have an affair with him. Okay, kind of did. But anyway, let's call up. He tells me all these fables and then like I forgive him and we are still continuing this thing. But now we don't do it on like a regular basis. We like, there's no schedule. Meet from time to time, whenever we saw each other or whenever there was time to actually do the shenanigans. Trust me, as I'm speaking about these things, I'm letting go of a lot of things. I'm not proud of the things I'm speaking about right now, but I feel like if I just let go of them, I would forgive myself better. And maybe someone out there has been in the same situation and they could just relate to what I'm saying at this point in time so they do not feel like they are alone or what they're doing is shameful. Yes, it is, but at some point in time, we are put in situations that we cannot take ourselves out of. Keep that in mind. So now the race of 2018 continues and we are still doing the same thing. We are meeting up whenever we have a chance. And then now we're back in December. Back on the same day we meet, 16th of December, and we are together at his place, in his bed, looking up in the ceiling. And I was like, you do know that today is our 1-year anniversary? He laughed and said, that's exactly what I was thinking. It was nice, it was romantic, it was cute. And then it got to a point where I had to like leave Cape Town. You know, it's like now it's end of 2018, 2019, I have to leave Cape Town. And as we're progressing at the end of December, this guy is starting to get aggressive. He's starting to remember how aggressive he was when he broke my bottom and stuff. He starts being that aggressive. He starts being very violent because there was this time he wanted to have sex and I just said no. And he said, I want to have sex. And the next thing I know, this guy climbs on top of me, tries to kiss me, tries to undress me, and I'm like struggling, like, get off me, because I don't want to do this. And he pulls down my pants. Yo, it was so hectic, and I was like so scared because I'm like, this is not supposed to be happening, especially with you, someone that I'm considering myself to be with. Like, if I say no, you're supposed to respect the fact that I'm saying no. So now we're struggling. It's now getting physical, like, get the fuck off me. Silwe, and then I managed to get him off me. He tore my pants, like like the stitch at the butt, like he grabbed and then he pulled and like tore my pants and my ass was out. At that point in time, I just did not understand what was going on because I'm like, this is not you, like this is not the side of you that I know, that I'm exposed to. Only to find out that to his wife, he is quite abusive. I did not know this because I didn't pay much attention into his personal life as to his wife or kids or whatever. Just did not pay much attention because I felt like that was part of his life that he was trying to keep away from me from the get-go. And for some reason, I was okay with that. I don't know why. Looking back now, I really do not know why I allowed that to happen, but it happened and slappable. So I found that it was abusive towards his wife. I tried to get myself out of that situation. When I left Cape Town, I'm not saying that's when I was free, but that's when I was like, whew, finally, a breath of fresh air. It's the kind of nigga that you wouldn't wanna point at on the side of the road, or even if I could be posh, you wouldn't be like, oh, I smashed that guy. Nah, I was Beyonce, he was Jay-Z. If I were to say there's something that I learned from that situationship was to value myself. Because at that time, I feel like I had such low self-esteem that whatever or whoever or whomever, whatever the correct grammar is, was to show interest in me at that time, I would have just jumped to it. I had such a low self-esteem that I felt like no one would date me, like no one even looked in my direction. No one even find me attractive or pay me a compliment. At that time, I didn't have that much confidence or in the fire that I have in me right now. So that's what I learned, was like, know how to value yourself and love yourself. So like I learned that I needed to love myself and be content with who I am, what I have, how I look, what I wear, what I like, with just who I am as a human being. I just have to be okay with it because ain't nothing gonna change that. It's the soul that needs the surgery. And also what I also learned is that do not date someone who is in the closet or someone who's or a DL guy, because you are gonna get yourself in a situation where you are not valued or your self-esteem, like jobs are so low, because you might want to speak with that person in public or approach that person in public and try to speak with them or flirt with them like you used to behind closed doors, and it was like peek us straight up, or they would insult you and you're gonna end up feeling like really small because like you did not expect that coming from that person. But because they have this image in society of being a straight man, he's not supposed to be speaking to gay men. Stay away from DL men. Stay away from guys in the closet, because it took so much to look in the mirror and be able to love myself. So for now, if I'm gonna have to help someone else out of that, it means I'm taking that burden onto me. And honey, I am not Jesus. I'm not gonna carry anyone's cross. I have my own shit to carry. So no, and another lesson that I think I should have learned in that situation, which I didn't because I didn't really pay much attention to it, and somewhere down the line, it really fucked me up. Should have paid attention to it, but I didn't. The lesson is stick with niggas your age, or niggas in your age group, or like not so far away from your age group. But like, I don't affiliate with kids. Like, they don't align with my brand. Like, even with this, all the guys I date, so for the money, so for the experience. Kids are just kids. You can't. Anyway guys, iphela apha le video iphelile ngalendisela. If you enjoyed this video, please go down below, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so YouTube can notify you every time that this motherfucker drops a video. Ndiyayazi niyafuna ubuye. Ndiyayazi nithandile le video. And nizabuya. So until further ado. So until next time, cheers.